happy to have you here. And whether you're joining us in person or online, we hope you'll continue to participate in whatever manner you feel most comfortable. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, before we move through the agenda, I want to quickly go through registration information and our rules and standards for public meetings. We welcome everyone, and the Council's goal is to make sure the meetings are a place where people feel safe and comfortable participating in their local government. We invite everyone to help make this a welcoming space. A respectful and safe environment also allows us to conduct the meeting in an orderly and efficient way. Our most basic rule is that any action that causes disruption to our ability to conduct the meeting or any safety concerns involving threats or unprotected speech are not allowed. These actions or comments may result in removal from the meeting. As a reminder of our public comment registration process, individuals may register to comment on scheduled public hearing items up until the hearing is closed. For the general comment section, we will accept signups until 6:30 p.m. No, we will accept them until 7:30 p.m. Yes. Let's see. The general comment section is limited to a maximum of 1 hour and will only include commenters who register before 7:30. So if you're here to give general comments, please make sure you sign up and remember that it is possible that not everyone who signed up may be able to speak. This brings us to item A4, approving the work session meeting minutes of April 8th, 2025 and May 6th, 2025. I'll look for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the work session meeting minutes of April 8th, 2025 and May 6th, 2025.
Okay.
I'll second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Dugan, a second from Councilmember Petro. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, and those will be approved unanimously. Okay, our next item, A5, is to consider adopting a joint ceremonial resolution with Mayor Mendenhall declaring September 15th through October 15th, 2025 as Hispanic Heritage Month in Salt Lake City. I will turn the time over to our Vice Chair, Councilmember Pui, who will read the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a joint resolution recognizing and honoring Hispanic Heritage Month in Salt Lake City, whereas Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated nationwide from September 15th to October 15th each year to honor the rich history, culture, and contributions of Hispanic and Latino communities in the United States. And whereas, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, approximately 41,500 residents of Salt Lake City are over 20% of the city's population, identifying as Hispanic or Latino. At a county level, the Salt Lake County is home to nearly 232,000 Hispanic or Latino individuals, comprising of 19.6% of the county's 2020 population, and that population has continued to grow in recent years. Across Utah as a whole, nearly 500,000 residents, about 15% of the state's population, identifying as Hispanic or Latino. Whereas this month begins on September 15th, making the anniversary of the independence for several Latin American countries, including Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua, followed by Mexico's independence on September 16th and Chile's on September 18th. And whereas Hispanic and Latino individuals have made enduring contributions in the fields of art, business, education, medicine, science, politics, law, and more, helping to shape Salt Lake City and the state of Utah and the nation, and whereas Salt Lake City celebrates the strength and resilience of the Hispanic community, recognizing its significant role in shaping our city's present and future through leadership, entrepreneurship, civic engagement, and public service, and whereas Salt Lake City is committed to fostering an inclusive and welcoming environment for all individuals, regardless of race, ethnicity, or background, and strives to ensure that Salt Lake City remains a place where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. And whereas Hispanic Heritage Month serves as a reminder of the city's ongoing effort to address issues of equality, equity, and opportunity for all its residents, and to uplift the voices and experiences of our Hispanic and Latino residents, now therefore be it resolved that the Salt Lake City Council and Mayor of Salt Lake City hereby recognize Monday, September 15th, 2025 through Wednesday, October 15, 2025, as Hispanic Heritage Month in Salt Lake City, and encourage all residents to join in celebrating the contribution, colorful cultures, and rich histories of Latino and Hispanic Americans. Be it further resolved that the Salt Lake City Council and Mayor of Salt Lake City extends their appreciation to the Latino and Hispanic communities for their enduring contributions on this city.
Thank you. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
I have a motion to adopt the resolution from Councilmember Pui and a second from Councilmember Petro. Any discussion?
Yes.
Councilmember Petro.
It's impossible to read this resolution without reference to the Supreme Court decision yesterday that disproportionately puts people from our Hispanic and Latino communities at increased risk for being targeted and unfairly treated, and effectively eliminating equal treatment under the law. I'm really thankful to a city that stands with this community. Beyond the fact that we are incredibly attractive, very funny, that we contribute amazingly in the arts and humanities, we are also the largest minoritized group in the state, have the highest rate of entrepreneurship per capita, and we are the place where the American dream is alive. And I think it's an important asterisk on our communal history here, that when the man who looks at us from that wall over there was fleeing religious persecution in the United States, he fled to Mexico for that freedom. And so the pioneers did not come to some place that was simply unfounded. They joined a country, a society, and an economy already in progress. And so, welcome everyone who came later. And so, I think every year it's really nice that I get to hear from someone who did the work that I'm the beneficiary of. I'm the inheritor of the immigrant who did the hard work, and I get to sit next to someone who's brave enough and intelligent enough, insightful enough, and strong enough to be the immigrant. And together we get to shape the future of this city. But this year it's especially important. And this does not detract from anyone else's history. The pioneers who came here also left their mark. And if that history is so fragile that acknowledging this one makes it crumble, I'm sorry that you don't understand your own history better and understand America better. But thank you to the city for taking this moment this year after yesterday to note this moment. And we'll continue to make you proud and to make you better. Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilmember Hui.
I always feel very fortunate about, a lot of things in my life, and certainly about being here among all of you. Also, seeing this council support me and supports many of the things that I do or try to do sometimes, and also the opportunity to learn and grow with this administration and the leadership that we see here. There is a lot of neighbors, Utahns, regardless of where they're from, they're afraid these days, and it shouldn't be like that. I really want to acknowledge that we're in this together. We're a community, and we should be taking care of each other. We are the success of our community is how we embrace each other and how we are loud protecting on each other. And we are living through times right now that it's almost mind-blowing, the things that we are hearing and the things that are happening in our streets. And I want to make sure that we are unified and a strong voice about what we need to do together. And they may come for any of us at some point, and we need to be aware of that. I'm proud of being a Latino. I'm proud of the color of my skin, as that's not been always true. But I am certainly very proud of my inheritance and what I contribute here to my community, and what this community does for me too. So thank you for allowing me to read this resolution, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thanks to both of you. Any other comments? Okay, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously. I would like to welcome Dr. Jose Enriquez, founder and CEO of Latinos in Action, who's here with us today to receive the resolution. Thank you for being here. If you'd like to say a few words there, and then we'll ask you to come up here and join us for a picture.
Sorry, just one moment. The mic isn't working.
Oh, sorry, 1 minute. Sorry, your microphone's not working, and so we're not getting your comments on the record. But sorry to interrupt you.
You're okay.
Okay, there, sorry, go ahead.
Looking at young people today, our whole goal in Latinos in Action is to empower Latino youth to lead and strengthen their communities wherever they're at. They come with so much talent, vibrance, assets. It's unbelievable how talented they are. And I always say to them, talento is given to us not to hide, but to share. And I only can hope that you continue to do these resolutions, create pathways, create plataformas where these young people can continue to showcase their talents and assets. They're brilliant, they're incredible. And what we do in our middle schools and high schools across Utah, 160 schools that run Latinos in Action, and is that we prepare them not for, just tomorrow, but to lead the world that they're gonna actually be in. And I hope that we can continue to provide these opportunities for them. I'm originally from El Salvador, was born there, came as an immigrant, undocumented, and had a lot of opportunities. And I'm grateful for this country. It's a beautiful country. And it works when we're working together. And there's a lot of young people that still dream and continue to dream, and we want to provide those platforms and pathways for them and continue to do to create pathways for tomorrow's future. Again, I just want to say thank you. If you ever get a chance to step into a high school nearby, look up Latinos in Action, and you will see why we're so happy and hopeful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Enriquez. If you'll join us up here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Okay. This brings us to the public hearing section of our agenda. These are specific proposals before the council that require a public hearing. Your comments should pertain to the hearing item, and if you go off topic, we'll ask you to stop your comment. Our meeting rules also apply to these hearing comments as well, so please avoid disruptions or threats, or we will ask a member of our staff to assist you out of the meeting. Also, as a quick reminder, comments that include profanity, personal attacks, intimidation, or discriminatory language are not persuasive or compelling to the council, and they're not helpful in creating a respectful or safe environment. Because these are specific items set for public hearing, that you have until we are finished with the public hearings to sign up to make a comment. So please feel free to do that. And if you need assistance in the room or on Zoom, please raise your hand and a staff member will assist you. If you're having technical issues in Zoom, our staff member, Isaac Canedo, can assist you. If you're unable to finish your comment, please share the rest via email, mail, or call our office. Contact information is listed at slccouncil.com. If you have a handout for the council, please notify council staff who will assist you. All right, do we have any public comments for this item? Oh, sorry, let me announce it first. This item is an ordinance for the budget, for budget amendment number 1 for fiscal year 2025-2026. Okay, now we'll open it up for comments.
I don't think we have anybody here for this item, Mr. Chair. Or
Okay. Well,
Mr. Chair,
yes.
I'm going to make a motion to clarify this. The motion to close the public hearing and consider each item separately will be my first motion on this.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we're closing the hearing. If anybody wants to comment, now's your chance. Okay. Go ahead.
So I move to close and consider the motion separately. I think we need to vote on that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. Thank you. I thought you were going to just, yep. Let's do that. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So the public hearing is closed.
And Mr. Chair, mine's an aye. Sorry, we do have Councilmember Lopez Chavez online now too. So I think she was attempting to vote on that as well.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Councilmember.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think she said aye.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Aye.
Okay, great. Thanks. Okay, so that is unanimous. So public hearing is closed, and we'll go ahead and vote on each of the proposals separately.
Yeah.
I'll look for motion.
I move to that the council approve item A3 for public right-of-way safety barricades.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion from Councilmember Pui and a second from Councilmember Young. Is there any discussion to this item? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, I move that the council.
Wait, hold on. Any opposed? I didn't hear Council. Are you okay? I didn't hear
Councilmember Lopez Chavez appears to have just lost service. So I will watch for her re-entering the Zoom.
Okay. Well, we'll call that unanimous. Go ahead, Councilmember Pui.
I move that the council approve item A1 for the emergency loan program.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion from Councilmember Pui, a second from Councilmember Young. Any discussion to this item? Okay, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. That's unanimous. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, I move that the council defer item A4 for rental assistance.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Pui and a second from Councilmember Young. Is there any discussion on this item?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
And I'm looking forward for the next week or so to get some clarification on policy umbrella to make sure that we are setting the city for success. Also ensuring that the community understands how we are going to deploy these tools and protecting the interest of the city as a whole. So I'm looking forward to a clarification on that.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay. All in favor of deferring this item, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. That is deferred unanimously. Any discussion, or sorry, any further motions on that? I don't think so. Okay. All right, let's move to section C, our
Fine. You want that final motion?
what, no, I just said, are there any other motions to be made on this item?
The information request?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, there is another motion that been discussed, and I think it's a summary of much of the feedback that we've been giving. Maybe, seems, let me read it.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, I move that the council request additional information from the administration on the programs, including a recommendation on how to address the following topics. Identify criteria for when and why the city will make similar financial assistance programs, financial assistance programs available in response to other events, tragedies, or community needs. Identify any requirements for use of emergency loan funds and considerations for higher bordered buildings fees within CBD.
All right, I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Pui and a second from Councilmember Dugan. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and proceed to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously. No problem. Okay, we will move to section C of our agenda, which is a potential action item for a zoning map amendment at approximately 247 North, 800 West. I will look for a motion.
I move that the council adopt the ordinance.
Okay, all right. I have a motion from Councilmember Petro, a second from Councilmember Pui. Is there any discussion to this? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously. We previously had an item C2 on the agenda for tonight, but that has been removed. So we will move to item C3, which is a zoning text amendment for public lands and street vacation for West High School. I will look for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that the council postpone action to a future council meeting.
I have a motion to postpone action until a further council meeting. Is there any second? Oh, sorry, and a second from Councilmember Petro. Any discussion to this? Okay, we will go ahead and vote. All in favor of deferring, say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Okay, that passes unanimously. Let's go to our final potential action item, which is item C4, an ordinance for a zoning map amendment for the Delta Center Arena parking garage at approximately 301 West South Temple. I will look for a motion.
Mr. Chair, move that the council adopt an ordinance adopting the development agreement.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Dugan, a second from Councilmember Pui. Any discussion to this item?
Chair, just that this is the vote that Councilwoman Lopez Chavez was trying to get in for. So
Yes, yes,
we
it
could-
is.
It doesn't look like she has service to even accept, so.
Okay. Well, anybody else want to make any comments about this item? Okay,
I'll actually repeat some things that I said during the work session.
go ahead.
I think one of the things that's been so helpful to me this week as we've all kind of crawled through this issue and really examined it, and I'll thank Rachel Otto for also being super helpful in helping me understand this. We're discussing this as a parking structure in isolation, and that's disingenuous to what it is. It is one corner out of 4 on the most active city asset, since we own the soil it is cities. And so thank you for helping me think through that and recontextualize this. I was really struggling with some of the requests we had made of other applicants and why it wasn't appropriate here. And I do want to thank SEG for allowing me to dream of a world where like the laws of physics didn't exist and like I could compel you to do things with a magic wand. Thank you for humoring me. I don't know how you have the patience sometimes, but thank you for meeting us on issues like walking experience, pedestrian experience. I will repeat that I am really concerned that we don't have regional planning around where we're putting pedestrians, where we're putting bikers, where we're putting cars, and I'm not super excited about what I'm seeing. That is something I'm going to be looking for with increasing rigor every time we talk about things. But understanding the whole project and not speaking about this in such an isolative way as we do experience other parking experiences has really helped me. And so I think that has recontextualized, and I actually like the art that we saw, so sorry you showed us a picture and now that's what you have to do. So they don't want to show pictures because they're always afraid that they're compelled to do what they show us in the picture. So, but thank you for the time that you spent. I need the constituents of Salt Lake City to understand that Addie has earned an entire year's worth of salary just taking my phone calls, and I know all of you harassed her as well, so thank you. I appreciate it. And I think every event venue has to have a back of house. And I think this is actually a really creative, pretty way to have a back of house. And I hope I'm still not delivered. She doesn't have a signal, so.
And a good job really trying to stretch that out. I picture Councilmember
District
Lopez
4, I
Chavez.
showed up for you. I tried to get your girl in.
I know, I picture her wandering around looking for a signal. Oh, okay. Prediction, this is going to be the choppiest phone call we've ever received. And that's a low bar.
Okay, other districts, I want you to know that we look out for each other, okay? Just remember that the next time the West Side needs you, okay?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
maybe I take this opportunity to share some of the experience this week. I will share some sentiments as far as we really need to see this more holistically, and the city needs to own our pieces. I think it is fair to make sure that we are pushing everybody like we push every single applicant that wants to rezone, and we have met a place that we feel like it's a good agreement that ensures a better product than what it is even today. So I'm very thankful for that from the applicant. And ultimately, there is a lot of things that we need to do to make sure that we don't create another South Palace back of house, right? That we are trying to mitigate some of these things to ensure that the city continues west, and that the success of the Delta Center is a success for the whole surrounding area as well. So I'm looking forward. This agreement meets my view of that.
Okay. I am going to just use my prerogative as chair to say that we're going to take comments out of order while we try to let Councilmember Lopez Chavez reconnect. And so we will still vote on this tonight, but we'll give her a few more minutes to try to chime in. And so let's move to section D of the agenda, which is questions to the mayor. Are there any questions? We don't have the mayor here tonight, but we do have the chief of staff and deputy staff. Thank you so much for being here. Are there any questions for the mayor's staff? Okay. Thanks for being here anyway. We appreciate it. Okay, we are now to the general comment portion of our agenda. This section is for the public to comment on any city business not scheduled for a public hearing. It's limited to a maximum of 1 hour, and only those individuals who registered before 4 minutes ago will be able to speak. So I'm not going to remind you of the rules. We just went over those. They all still apply. When you reach the 2-minute mark, we will announce the time and your microphone will be muted. If you're unable to finish your comments, you can email those to us or mail them to us or call our 24-hour comment line. All that information is available on slccouncil.com. Let's move to our first public comment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have 2 people registered to speak. The first will be Stephen Otterstrom, followed by Josh Velasquez. Stephen is here in person.
Well, how lucky for me, because I think you all know what I want to talk about. I think we can all read the tea leaves. We know how this vote is going to go. Perhaps it was impossible. Perhaps physics didn't allow for them to follow the rules that we had put out there. But I want to just point out that on their website, they say that parking at the arena is easier than you think. They also point out that these 480 units or parking spaces they want to do that because they don't control any of the parking. How is this going to make money for the city if every time that they want to consolidate things into a district that's owned by one person, the other people get a share of that? And when I went to high school at West High, we used to sell the parking spots at the high school to help fund band camp and all kinds of different things. But it's like we just can't share. Yeah, we know where this is going, and we're setting the tone. They designed it. There's plenty of parking. And again, it might be impossible. It might be unreasonable. You all saw the pictures. I didn't. And I'm not sure it's been communicated very well exactly what we're getting, what the artwork is that's so special that we bend to them over and over and over. We gave them $900 million. Every single time that a single mom buys diapers, she pays a tribute to Ryan Smith. You know, we need to take that a little more sacred, I think. Vote how you will.
And next will be Josh Velasquez, who's here in person.
Good evening, council members. My name is Josh Velasquez, speaking on behalf of the Downtown Community Council. Grateful for the opportunity to speak before this amendment is formally adopted. As representatives of the downtown community, we continue to oppose SEG's request to override Salt Lake City's ordinance requiring ground floor activation. Constructing a private vehicle-oriented garage with no meaningful pedestrian design undermines the city's vision for a vibrant, inclusive downtown and betrays the community values this ordinance was designed to protect. This project is not a neutral development. It uses taxpayer dollars to build an elites-only facility that serves corporate convenience rather than public need. It breaks faith with the agreement SEG made with the city that public support would yield public benefit. Instead of enriching shared spaces for residents, workers, and families, the proposal directs resources toward an exclusive structure that contributes nothing to daily downtown life. The uber wealthy will get 450 parking spaces. The public gets 45 spots for bikes. The contrast could not be more glaring. SEG has proven it can create immersive experiences for arena visitors and entertainment district patrons. What's lacking is not adaptability of the site, but SEG's willingness to treat the community as more than a backdrop for private events. The council's willingness to support this exemption sends the message that ordinances are optional whenever private interests press hard enough. If it sacrifices safety, vitality, and inclusivity for a facility that walls off public life while consuming public dollars. Our streets, sidewalks, and public funds should serve all Salt Lake residents, not just those with privileged access behind garage doors. Thank you.
That was the final registered commenter.
Okay. I don't think it's going to happen either.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
I want to just add a few things very quickly. Maybe this gives another opportunity to the good council member. But I also, I think that it's important to say that the success of this site is the success of the city as a whole. When in the same comment I said when we were voting on SEG back in the day, what we forget to mention here is that the sales taxes that this creates, it benefits everybody in Salt Lake City. We need the sales taxes to fund these services we provide. And this site and the vibrancy of downtown allow us to pay for the services, to pave our roads, and to do the services we need to. And I have traveled enough to see downtowns dying. And we may be, it may not be a concept that we believe is possible, but downtowns do die in many cities in our country. And the death of downtown will be very bad, not only for our taxes, but for everything else. And I don't want to be in that side of the coin. And the ordinances that we have in our city always have a path to amend them according to the process established. We are not creating anything different. This went through the Planning Commission. Neighbors, selected peers decided that this was appropriate. We even went a little further than that by establishing more requirements and more clarity to that. So I felt comfortable about where we are, but I understand that this is a very complicated issue, but I still stand by this decision. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilmember. Okay, we are going to go back to agenda item number C4, which is the ordinance for zoning map amendment for Delta Center Arena Parking Garage at approximately 301 West South Temple. Look for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that the council adopt an ordinance to adopt a development agreement.
I have a motion from Councilmember Pui. Is there a second?
Second.
Well, we didn't vote on it, so we're making it again. Motion's made by Councilmember Pui and seconded by Councilmember Petro. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
She's texting. I think she's going to cast her nay vote. Give her a second. I've got 3 bubbles.
I
don't know if
don't
that will-
think that is allowed.
We have confirmation from the city recorder.
Yeah, we received information from the city recorder that in very limited circumstances, when there are technical difficulties such as this, and we confirm that the person is in fact the person who's casting the text,
Okay.
that it's acceptable.
Okay, but is that coming right now? Because the vote is now, so.
I would defer to Councilmember Petro on that.
It's not.
Sorry, then it passes unanimously with Councilmember Lopez Chavez not present. Although I think we all acknowledge that Councilmember Lopez Chavez was likely a no vote on this. So well, that brings us to the consent portion of our agenda.
Move for approval.
I have a motion from Councilmember Pui, a second from Councilmember Dugan. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? All right, that passes unanimously with Councilmember Lopez Chavez absent. That concludes our formal city council meeting for tonight. Thank you for everyone who attended. And thank you for being here.